Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. We're going to take another look at a game in the Orange Crown League semifinals between Intech Tenerife Titans and Outplayed. We got Shadow versus Derp. I loved this game because we had Princess play with Hog Rider and a bunch of barrels. You can already see that Shadow's already played. They cut into the game a little bit later with Shadow having already played Barrel and Derp already having playing Hog Rider. And it's just fascinating to see like who breaks through when you got so many things on the board all at once. So as we see here, Shadow's coming with Barrel. This is a double barrel deck. And Derp's going with Goblin Barrel. That gets taken out by Log. It's almost like a log bait-ish type of deck. We got a Hog Rider that gets answered by Bomb Tower. Get used to that because that's going to happen quite a lot in this game here. So you just don't want that Princess doing a ton of damage. Here comes a Goblin Barrel that gets answered by a Snowball, but they still do damage on the tower. We have Goblin Gang. That, I mean, the timing just has to be ideal on this because if you look at it right here, yes, Princess gets a shot on the tower, but you have to bring in the gang right after that. If you bring them in earlier, the gang is going to get taken out. So it's all about timing in this game. And speaking of timing, I could not believe that when I saw that. That's worth a rewind right there, just for that moment. So we got Skeleton Barrel coming down super fast. And the Princess timing on that, the skeletons don't even see the light of day. Unbelievable. And speaking of timing, that Princess right here by Shadow gets it shut off just before the Princess crosses the tower right here. Another barrel gets taken out. Here comes Dark Goblin. You got to figure out, okay, who are you going to deal with? Dark Goblin takes care of Skarmy takes care of Dark Goblin and another Hog Rider, another Bomb Tower. Like I said, get used to that. You're going to be seeing that for the next few minutes here. So far, Shadow's the only one who's been able to break through a little bit. I mean, it's not quite a mirror lineup, but it's pretty close. I mean, you got two princesses that are just trying to control the board, and then hopefully the other cards break free. Like right here, that princess turned around. You can see right there, the princess turned around, so it wasn't going to go attack the goblins that they come out of the barrel, which was the idea, but then the Log takes care of that. Another Hog Rider, another Bomb Tower. Again, so these princesses are not... The intention is not for them to go at the tower. If they get tower damage, that's fine, but that's not the plan. The plan is to keep them far away, at a distance, and free up room so that the other cards can get to the Princess Tower, like the Hog Rider there, but another Hog Rider, another Bomb Tower, Dark Goblin, and Knights do battle right at the bridge. And this is great spacing here. And we're going to go into the grid later on to look at where all the cards were placed. But I thought it was just fascinating how the princesses were played. They're played right at the middle here. So you got one that's going at the tower, one that's trying to play defense, that's trying to, control this whole space right here, and then one, because this one stayed alive long enough, now you can answer this princess with another princess. It's just, it was really amazing. I think Shadow, and both players played this really well with their princesses. But as we're going to see in a few moments, the game really turned here. So I thought that Log was going to hit the gang right here, but it didn't. It stopped short. And then now you got another princess out. Another Hog Rider comes in. And look at how this gets set up. This Bomb Tower right here, I mean, of all the Bomb Towers, it's placed right in front of Hog Rider, so Hog Rider has no chance of getting to the tower. but it blocks the princess, so it's just super safe. Princess can do what she needs to do. Stays in the middle here. Another barrel, another goblin barrel. Snowball answers, but they still do damage. And now we know what the 8th card is for Derp. It's Inferno Tower, which is 5. I'm kind of wondering if that Inferno Tower could have been something else. He tries a Goblin Barrel, but that doesn't work because Log answers. And here comes a Skeleton Barrel, and the timing is just off. And in this game where the cycle was like super important, that was the difference. I mean, if you look at that right here, we saw it earlier in the game where the timing was unbelievable, but just off right here. I mean, we're talking about game of inches. It is really, really crazy. And so I thought that moment there really turned the game. And now Shadow's just dumping the board on this Princess Tower right here on the bottom left. Double barrel comes in, snowball. He has to answer goblins, skeletons, and now it's within, I mean, spell cycle range. You could just keep throwing logs all day until it's done. Another barrel, another skeleton barrel, another goblin barrel, and that's going to do it. The log will finish it off. I mean, just the cycle play by Shadow there, I mean, it was just really, I mean, it's just amazing to see. And it looked like it was pretty even up until the end here, where right here where we saw the skeleton barrel get through, and it looked like that princess was going to time it, but just was off, and that really opened up the opportunity for Shadow to win it, because then he could just start throwing everything on there. Log, another barrel. Hog Rider gets, gets greeted by Bomb Tower again for the umpteenth time. We'll see the stats here in a second. I mean, and then it was just a matter of, okay, let's get everything in, and something will break through. You know, if it's Goblin Barrel, if it's Skeleton Barrel, Log, and it's just really. It was really, really well played by Shadow there. You know, just looking for that opening, and then when the opening was there, you know, go forward for that. So here are the stats from the game from Royale API. If we look at how this match has gone in the past, hasn't happened too many times. 438. You're talking about millions of games played, matching 6 or more. It does favor the lineup that Shadow did play, so he was a little bit in favor in this game, but not by, I mean, I would say by much. I mean, again, sample size, you just have to be aware of the exact amount of games. I mean, the exact cards, 8 versus 8, does favor the lineup that Shadow did use. And again, if we look at the grid, and I talked about this earlier with the princesses, a lot of the princess play was in the middle there. We see in the middle there, and the goal, yeah, I mean, if Princess could get damage on the tower, that's fantastic, but it's really about making sure that this whole center was secured, and that no real threats could be made by Derp. I mean, Shadow played this unbelievable. Those no, not those not those princesses, these princesses right here. Speaking of the grid here, 9 Hog Riders, and 8 of them were answered by Bomb Tower. I couldn't believe it, because we missed one in the beginning because they cut into the game a little bit late, but the other 8 that we actually did see in the game all got answered by Bomb Tower. Unbelievable play by Shadow. Some great defense to make sure that, hey, he had an answer for Hog Rider there. So congrats to Shadow on this win. I mean, it's just a really fantastic game. I love seeing this game where so much is happening all at once. So I'm going to end the video right here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button wherever you're watching this. Be sure to hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.